Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They're halfway home, looking good, at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Conner going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 22 and a first down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Second and 14. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
On the counter, it's Connor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold it to a short pickup.
Second and 3. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Third and 19. Now Winston. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there. They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Conner up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13. It sets him up 1st and goal.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Cardinals have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Benson in last week's ball game. 18 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 3rd down, Winston. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. 2nd and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 24.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and a couple.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
83 yards rushing now for Connor and a 1st down.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time to... And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cards take a 3-touchdown lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a 1st quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Las Vegas's offense back out there ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Winston.
Pass to Bowers once again.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Winston.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
They run over center with Benson.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's a handoff to Connor, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the
96 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Connor, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. They'll look to run with Connor, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. To throw, Winston. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain. Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals open the lead up to 34-0. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A first down throw for Winston. Got his man. It's Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Winston.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action now, Winston.
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Jameis to throw it.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Winston.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. The drive will start with Connor.
Oh, Connor loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We start in the NFC West. Seattle heading down the coast to take on L.A., and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Ray McCloud, a touchdown reception.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again with Benson. Able to push his way through. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's 3rd and 3. Winston. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. Now he's free to midfield. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Max Crosby, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry here for their running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now. Prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now here's a throw that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this.
Touchdown, Cardinals! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals just continue to roll. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. To try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. In motion left goes Myers. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Zone read. Here's Benson. Shreds the tackle. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A handoff here to Benson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. Short throw caught by Bowers. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Winston. High throw, but the catch is made. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41.
Connor up the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the ground, it's Dallas.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Winston now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Winston now to throw on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Winston.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
next, and Seibert sets up for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability. Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Well, they don't... Need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on. And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. 2 yards to go, second down. They'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just shedding him off there. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run. The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll set up to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch. Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, they'll run it here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. They'll look to throw here. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there with an acrobatic catch. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Jameis now on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Winston. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Baron Browning in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Winston.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run with Dallas.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run here with Dallas.
Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
2nd and 9 now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He may go. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Up front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Dallas. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. And brought down by Zach Harrison. Now a 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. They'll have the 1st down and more than that.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cardinals, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.